Welcome back to the Cool Kids podcast. I'm your host, Salvatierra. This is the podcast where we talk to everyone about everything. The wonderful music you're hearing right now is by the wonderful Yo Tom Perel. Please check him out on Spotify, Bandcamp, and YouTube. And today's a very special episode, but kind of birthday themed, family themed. So I hope you guys get something out of it because I genuinely enjoyed recording this. So hope you guys have a lot of fun with this one, and I'll see you guys, next week, as always. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Cool Kids podcast. I'm your host, Salvatierra, and tonight, because it is currently 12:30 a.m., I am talking to a very important person in my life. Maybe some of you know her, maybe some of you don't, but it doesn't really matter to me because, I wanted her to be on the podcast. She's essentially spent her entire life with me, She's practically the one person I relate to the most in my family, not to knock any of my other siblings, but, you smoke a few joints together, that's what you get, with your siblings. But today I am talking to my, second oldest sister from my good old sibling of four family. I'm talking to my wonderful sister / high school drug dealer, Sydney Salvatierra. My good sister, how are you? How are you doing?
Oh, wait, hold on. Do mom and dad listen to this podcast?
No, they don't. They don't. At least I'll tell them not to listen to this one. If they do,
you could redact that.
But for now, you did deal me fucking weed when I was in high school, so
Oh, gee, really?
You gotta stay truthful. Yeah, you did.
I don't remember.
How are you? How are you doing?
It must have been real good. It must have been real good what I gave you.
That was the best shit.
I am doing okay. Today is a very special day.
Really? Today's a very special day? What's so special about it?
Well, I wouldn't expect that you would know because you weren't really born today, on this day, about several years ago. So I'll tell you, today was the day that I was born.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
So I'm super, it feels super heartwarming to be on here today, considering I've been flaking on you.
Yeah, a little context to this goddamn. It's fine. The little context to this it's a very special episode. It has taken us easily 3 weeks to fucking plan out this episode. Not gonna cite the specific reasons, but it just happens. It just happens, right? You just have those days and then you can't record and then you gotta push it to next week, which is fine. I always manage to, organize myself, even though I have a little episode in my head going like, oh my god, what the fuck am I gonna do? Who do I call? I'm gonna fucking text, oh Dylan, you want to go on the fucking podcast today, But it's very good to have you here. You were born on a very special day, you fall in line with 3 out of the 4 siblings who are born in June, and all in the same span of 3 days. So today's the 24th. Yeah. I'm born tomorrow, which is fucking nuts. It's actually nuts to me.
I'm right in the middle, 20. So I'm the most important, obviously.
Obviously.
No offense.
Yeah, sure. But yeah, it's it goes 23, 24, 25, right? I'm not being an asshole. Yeah.
Are you serious?
No, I'm kidding. I bought
years.
Justin's gift in fucking a few days ago. So, but
you bought him a gift?
Yeah, but I'm buying you a fucking gift. You don't have to buy me a gift though. I know,
Everybody always says that.
broke ass bitch.
Hey, not after tomorrow.
Get that raise, get that promotion. But yeah, fucking you're a '90s baby, aren't you? Yeah,
You know what? Like
1990.
99. 90,
Yeah.
the very last. Yeah, everybody will say that, like I'm not a true 90s baby. Like I've had people tell me like, "You've heard of the landline?" Like, I was not born yesterday. I mean, sometimes I wake up thinking that I was born yesterday. The ones like still checking the bus times. Still checking the bus times.
Read the newspaper. I already know out of living with you for so long that yeah, you are a dense motherfucker sometimes. But it's okay, so am I, right? There's nothing wrong with being a little stupid in the
Well,
head.
between the two of us, I'm just trying to sugarcoat it for me, I
Yeah.
think between the two of us, like, well, clearly one of us is doing a lot better.
Who?
I.e., not you.
Oh, okay, well, I was both. I was literally thinking like, wow, we're both not doing good. So who are you referring to?
Well, yeah, we could both not be doing good. We are both valid, but
Yeah.
at this point, since I've lived longer, I've been through it mostly by 2
Yeah.
years.
All right, fine. You get that. You get that on your list. You were born in the Y2K era, which
I did.
I feel.
I would say I
yeah.
grew up in both. I
Yeah,
would like to say.
yeah. I would say so because like your whole energy, really screams that
Really?
paranoia, that Y2K paranoia. You know what I'm saying?
What were people paranoid about?
People were fucking freaking out that like if the year changes that everything will revert back to like the 1900s and everyone's gonna like fucking all electronics would stop working. Like people were fucking worried that the apocalypse was gonna happen. Meanwhile, the rise of like the Y2K punk fashion scene, I guess, was rising during that, and it's just a bunch of these people that are like, yo, I don't even care if the world ends. I'm
Yeah.
gonna wear my thongs like topped up to my hips over here, my waist, which by the way is like literally one of my favorite looks in the
What's wrong with
world.
the whale tail?
No, there's nothing wrong with it. I think it's fucking dope as hell. I think I think it's sexy. It's great.
Yeah, it is.
But yeah, you're very much of that era, and you really shape into it now. You got fashion sense.
Thank
You
you.
you're up with the times, right? You're not a relatively up with the times. You're up with the times where it's important. With social issues and the such, right? Which I feel should be the important thing to focus on. I'm
like
up
to
with
be
the time.
informed.
Yeah,
It's good to be
I like to
informed.
I like to be informed too. I get my shit from everywhere. I get my shit from Twitter. Hassan Piker. I don't know if you watch Hassan. Do you watch Hassan?
No.
Oh, he buff daddy fucking progressive boy. Oh, I love him. He's super buff. He's got a nice beard. He's Turkish.
I think you just like him for a different reason.
Okay, but I align with his views. I align with his views a lot.
Okay.
Because he's the type of person to dunk on those conservative fucking Republican motherfuckers. You know what I'm talking about. Those fucking shitheads.
Yeah.
And I love dunking on those fucking types of people. It's so funny to just point out the stupidity in their logic when they're going like, fucking, they're teaching kids about critical race theory. We need to get rid of it right away. It's like America was not born on racist institutions, and it's like, yeah, it was. It was like literally written down in fucking paper, pen and paper. Everyone owned slaves, and they're just saying like, it's not like it carried on till today. It disappeared
you
a
know
long
what, like,
time ago.
history really keeps repeating itself because people refuse to change.
Yeah, people are stubborn.
And that's that happens in your everyday life. It just um yeah. Well, I wouldn't say I'm up with the times. I just like to think that we live within time. I sound so fake deep right now, but
It does sound fake deep, but I do see what you're talking about. It's like living in the now rather than, you know, just trying to, I guess, keep up with everything.
it
Like
feels
in a sense of
awesome.
like consuming the news and shit. It's like it's way
Yes.
better to just stay in your moment, right? Be informed, right? But stay in your moment, you know, try to live the life that you want to live. Cuz
Yeah.
like I think a lot of people, what a lot of people suffer from is just that they see all this shit about being informed, you know, of like all the fucking crimes against humanity and shit. You know, you got the Israel versus Palestine conflict. You got police brutality. You got
Not a conflict,
Asian
sir.
hate. Yeah, sorry, sorry.
Not a conflict. Not a conflict.
Yeah, but it like a lot of people they think that they need to constantly like consume all of this information and like obviously like do as much as you can but don't let it fucking like affect you mentally because I know for
Yeah.
a fact when I hear about all this shit at some point it just starts hurting, right, to hear about
Yeah.
it constantly.
It's very
So
traumatic.
yeah, it's very traumatic to fucking listen to and see. So you're better off just trying to take care of yourself as well as doing as much as you can to help everyone out, right? And help people stay informed. And it's honestly the world is fucking nuts enough already. So, you know, always give yourself the time to live in the now.
It's good to be mindful. I mean, even within those 3 weeks that we were like putting this off, I just wanted to heal.
Mhm.
There's always a chance for healing every month. I
Yeah.
think you never really stop growing.
Exactly. Like you'll always learn about new fucking things, new ways to like change the life that you're living right now. You know, it doesn't just take some fucking shrooms revelation for you to to finally start taking care of yourself.
Yeah.
Even though that's partly how I feel with my shrooms fucking
Well,
experience.
yeah, you know what? I did just order 3 grams yesterday, so
Shrooms are great, man. It's like it makes you
I
fucking view everything so much more differently.
yeah, but the thing is I have never had a trip outside. So I want to know what that's like.
A
But
trip
for some
outside.
reason, yeah, because everybody tells me, okay, to be fair with you, I've done all my drugs by myself.
That's oh my god, that's so fucking hard. How can you do that? Genuinely, that is fucking like,
Because I'm your older sister.
but it's fucking nuts. Like I can't imagine doing shrooms alone. I needed people to be around me. Otherwise, like I would be this close to fucking like ripping the wallpaper off the walls and fucking punching in the doors and shit and freaking out.
True, true. But this experience for me was a little different. I don't know. The idea just popped into my head. I had just gone through a breakup, as everyone does before they start going on their little fiend.
They're little fiends.
Yeah, their little activities.
Yeah.
And yeah, I thought it had been a good idea, so I bought some chocolates. They were really nice. I fell more in love with the chocolates than I did with the shrooms because the chocolates were really, really good. I kept eating more because I thought, like, you know what, it's fine. I'll keep eating more because the chocolates were really, really that good. Yeah, I had done it for a period of like 3 days where I would eat two each time. I had bought 2 bags.
It's just 2 bags of
This is
chocolates.
yeah, this was my first time. I bought two I bought 2 bags for myself.
Two bags of that I've done that like multiple times on very sad occasions. I
But
bought two
yes,
chocolate bars today.
I'm gonna ask you what kind later, and for
All
you
right,
to
great.
send them to me as well. But yeah, about the self shrooms experience, it was emotionally opening, I say, but I was crying really badly.
Yeah, that it happens. It happens. It happens to like pretty much everyone I've talked to that have done shrooms. I've yet to cry. I've had like a cry after, like after the trip, going like, oh
Like
man,
sober?
yeah, like I'm just thinking in my head, it's like, oh man, the shit that I saw
That's
yesterday,
weird as
oh that was so
hell.
fucking beautiful. I know it's weird, but it was like it was pretty fun, right? And like fucking it. First off, like shrooms outside, like doing shrooms outside, it is a lot of fun, you know, especially if it's a nice fucking day, temperature's not too hot or too cold, surrounded by green. That's like
Yes.
it's the best. That it's what awakened the shrooms in me. I was just sitting outside and thinking like, "Oh,
Your
when the
third
fuck
eye.
is this gonna kick in?" Not even my
Yeah.
third eye. I looked at a tree and it started moving and I was like, "Oh, fuck." I was like, "Oh, shit." But then like having people around me, it was emotional in a sense where I was just like I was really taking in the fact that everyone is around me and everyone I know is there, and like the fact that I know them is pretty fucking nuts, right? Like it was pretty fucking cool to see that. Like there was a point in time I was hanging out with my friends who I did shrooms with, and we were sitting around in a circle in a field, and I was immediately like brought back to like different fucking eras. I was listening to music. I had this playlist on that was just playing a mix of like 90s, 80s, 70s music, and I would
Okay.
transport myself there. But at the same time, I was filled with the same like childhood glee that I felt like being in like 4th or 5th grade, hanging out with my friends in the goddamn fucking the field during recess. It gave me the same vibe, and I was so fucking
I
happy
remember that
because I was
field.
just yeah, right. Is the St. Dominic's field, right? It just
Oh,
brought me
don't even
back
say that right now.
immediately. Shouts out to St. Dom's. Shouts out to all Catholic schools. Catholic
No, no,
schools
no,
are
no,
the
no, no,
best.
no, 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 no. No one's even. I'm holding my breath. Right. I'm holding my breath and passing
What
out
are
and
you taught? I
dying.
am a devout Catholic. All right. I don't know if you know this, but like I've recently turned to God, and he's pretty cool. He's pretty
Oh
fun.
yeah. Name
He's got
5
some
times that
fun
you
ones.
prayed today.
Well, I did in the morning. I did it before the call today. Ugh, nah, fuck Catholic schools. Catholic schools specifically are the worst. The fact that we all went to the same schools, ew, disgusting.
The
It's
fact that we all
garbage.
went to school, ew.
You know what was fucking annoying? What's always fucking annoying if you have like older siblings that go to the same school as you? All your teachers that you will have from that moment on will always bring up your fucking siblings. You know how annoying it is to hear where it's just like, oh, Kiev Salvatierna. Yeah. I had both your sisters and your brother the years before. And you better keep up. And I'm just like, oh, fuck off. Like, I'm just like,
I didn't have that problem. I was the best. So
fuck you. It would always be about you
I'm so
too.
sorry.
Nah, it's okay.
I'm so sorry you had to hear about my awesomeness
you
throughout your
fucking
entire
you
life.
bought your way into awesomeness. You bought fucking the teachers Tim Hortons coffees.
Oh no,
And it's
not
like
all of them. Just a few.
the good ones, I guess. But those are also the ones that would be like, oh, Kev, yeah, I know your sister. Yeah, she's really cool. She's really awesome.
To be fair with you, I paved you. I paved a way for you to be great. I I crawled so you could float.
Okay, you want to know the result of all you guys going to school and paving this road for me for high school, I got called into the office the day after my fucking, what's it called, semi-formal, the semi-formal dance.
Wait. I know the story.
Exactly. I got
Yes.
fucking called in because at the semi-formal dance, the first time I ever went to this semi-formal dance,
That was your first time?
it was my first time. I gave a fucking girl a lap dance who was just recently a foreign exchange student from fucking Jamaica. And she just sat down on a chair. I put a chair down in the middle of the dance floor. And the Magic Mike song was playing. The one that's like, "Boop,
Yes.
boop," you know, pony.
Yes.
And I was just like straddling this chair, and I thought it was just my friends around me, and they're all laughing. And then I opened my eyes, and suddenly there's like the entire school looking at me, fucking dry humping this goddamn chair. And then lo and behold, this girl sits down. And it's just like, does this shit, you know, this shit. So then I start.
She was like, come here. Come here.
Oh my god, the funniest picture, the video I've ever seen of that incident was someone was taking a video from the crowd, and I'm just fucking straddling this girl in the most awkward, lanky way possible, and like you could just see this guy's friend who's filming, just like looking at this shit, going like, "Oh my fucking god!" Right? And I was just thinking, like,
He had never
looking
seen
at that,
anything in his white suburban life.
he was just like, I wish that was me right now.
Literally.
It was so fucking funny. But that's the result. You know what the fucking, I don't even know if I told you about the interaction that happened afterwards, like talking to the VP, the vice principal.
Yes.
After this incident, he sat me down, and he was just like, Kiev, you are such a model student for all the people in your grade. And honestly, seeing you do what you did last night was honestly just a disrespect to everyone. And I was just like,
who's everyone?
My class.
Who
I
is
don't fucking know.
everyone?
I was just sitting there going like,
Excuse me.
yeah. And then like he was just like, I hope you find some way to redeem yourself in these coming months, because you really need to learn that what you did was not okay. And I was just like, I'm sorry. I'll redeem myself.
When I heard, I laughed.
It was so fucking.
After that, you were like, everybody was high-fiving you in the hallway. Yeah.
Everyone straight up was just like, yo, Kiev, what the fuck did you do yesterday? I was like, I don't fucking know. I feel like I come off that way, like, during high school. You ever feel like you come off that way, where you're not necessarily someone that's, like, people think about, but then you do that one thing and everyone's just like, yeah, Sydney Salvatierra.
I wouldn't. No, I don't know about that. High school for me was a little funny. It was a little quirky, I would say. At least our year.
Yeah.
It was really quirky.
What was so quirky about it?
Well, I'm not going to tell no specific stories because those are locked.
Locked forever.
This is the thing about I'm not gonna say generational difference. Not like you're 2 years younger than me, but just as your older sister.
Yeah.
When things happen in high school, you know, you kind of just like laugh about it later on in life and think to yourself, "Wow, you were literally a kid. What did you know?" But if you did put me and 16-year-old Sydney in a room together, she would beat my ass. She would 100% beat my ass.
Yeah. Same thing with here, like over here. If my 16-year-old self saw me right now, he'd be like, what the fuck are you doing? like with your life.
I try
Like
not
at
to
the
hold grudges for high school because I think
mm,
that was such a influential time in your
it
life.
is. Yeah.
But I will say that kids should have been better.
Oh, for fucking sure. Are you
I got called a bitch. And
Oh
I was
my
like, you're
god.
right. You're
I
right, but fuck you.
pe- people were like very dismissive during high school, I would say. Not so much like the people in my class necessarily, like the people in my high school, but like high schools around, like they're very dismissive over everything, right? And very like very on edge and hard hitting when it comes to shit that literally does not matter the next
Very
day.
aggressive, very
Yeah,
reactive.
like incredibly reactive. It would just be shit like shit happening between friends, and suddenly it was just like, oh my
A little
god, I
beef,
fucking hate it. Yeah, a little
you
beef, and
know?
suddenly a whole fucking steak is being served, right? Like it's fucking, it's nuts how fucking aggressive and hard hitting these people can be, and then
Yes.
like you hear some actually fucked story, and then everyone's kind of just like, huh? What? I was like, did you hear something? I didn't hear
Yeah.
anything. It's like, but the beef between Brittany and Ashley, oh my god. Wow. What? I thought they would be friends forever. And it's just like, shut the fuck. Like,
Literally.
the people are so fucking reactive towards the wrong things
Yeah.
sometimes. And I think that definitely carries on to how people are today. You know, whether or not people do a full 180 and change that shit about themselves. But like people that were reactive back then always end up being like super reactive by the time like they're my age or your age even. Like they still carry all of that shit that they had in high school. Like
Yeah. It's like
and
you're not working through the things that provoke you
mm-hmm.
as
Yeah.
you should, you know.
Fucking I don't know. Some days I do wish that people put time and energy into like different, more understandable things. But at the same time, it's like, who am I to say, right?
Well,
Because
sometimes it's good to be alone, you know.
yeah,
It's good to be
yeah.
alone and to really get to know yourself.
I fucking wholeheartedly agree. Even though like for the most part, I did have a lot of friends like in high school. Um, I do enjoy alone time, and even now, like whenever I go to work, that I live with Claire, you know, my girlfriend. I live with two other roommates, but like whenever I'm at work, it's always like that time where I could go for my 15 or 30-minute break and
Yes.
just like fucking think to myself, listen to some music, you know, really think about the life that I've lived. And that's it hits specifically hard because like I'm turning 20, which shouldn't feel like a big deal, but kind of feels like a big deal to me.
Well, you are no longer a teen, so there's that. You
Yeah,
are now
that
a full legal in, everywhere but the States.
yeah.
Adult.
Give it another year for that one. But yeah, I feel fucking weird about that. Like at this point, I'm turning 20. 10 years I'll be 30, another 20 I'll be 40, and it's just like when you condense it down to that, it feels so fucking short, right?
Yeah.
But it probably won't, you know. The feeling of being 10 years old going to 20 like feels like such a long fucking time. So I'm not very worried about life feeling too short. It's
Yeah.
just so like there's so many more responsibilities that I feel like I have to endure turning 20 that
Yes.
I definitely did not have when I was like 19 or 18.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But you know what? You still have years in between those 10.
Yeah, I do. I can do whatever I want. You know, I could party hardy or work really hardy.
Yeah. You know what I did when I was 20?
What'd you do?
I dropped out of university.
Hey, what's up,
Yes.
dropout buds?
Wait a minute, you dropped out? Damn, you're early.
I'm pretty much dropping out. I'm dropping out after my first fucking year because I don't know, school's not for me, right?
School is not for
Which sounds like
everybody.
such a hippy dippy fucking thing to say.
Trust me, I
right?
try not to say it. I hate it when people ask me, like, are you in school? And be like, are
God,
you
I
in
hate that
school?
Bitch. No, but it's like fuck it. I can see why people get things out of it. I did definitely get a bit of knowledge coming from school, but at the same time, it's like totally unfulfilling to me. It very much does not fuel my creative drive, which is something I value a lot nowadays than I did before. It's like because I want something to be made out of my life, if not like, you know, not like being fucking famous, right? But I want something to be like in people's lives. I want to be in
be
people's lives, and
relevant.
yeah, I want to be relevant in people's lives and the people that I've spent time with, right? And my creative drive is kind of what gets me to do that, and is like what gets me going most days, right? I wanna achieve that sense of like, yeah, I'm fucking at my creative best. I'm doing shit that no one else is doing. And it doesn't matter if people are already doing shit that I'm doing it in my own way, right?
Yeah.
Like this fucking podcast. Like this is genuinely one of the best things that I've ever put my mind to, and I want to carry on doing it for a good while and like continue like fleshing it out, right?
Well, yes, keep it coming because I enjoy your podcast a lot. But also, think about it if you remind yourself that as you grow up, like you accomplish things little by little. And who's to say that those aren't what make up like your entire accomplishment in your life? I feel like because you never stop growing, you never stop accomplishing, but then you also never stop losing. But then you never stop winning again.
Damn. You're
No.
wise. You've gotten wise, haven't you? You know, it just feels like yesterday, like I'm fucking smoking a joint outside the apartment that we lived together in our whole entire family.
My favorite smoking spot is the house.
It's so good. It's nice. You know, hear the cars pass by, but you know, we used to just talk fuck shit all the time. You would just fucking barge into whatever room I was in and be like, "You're ugly. You're dumb." But now, look at you. You're introspective. You know?
I don't understand. I was still wise back then. I was still honest back then.
Yeah, you are one of the most brutally honest people that I know in my life. Like, I feel like if I ever needed someone to tell me if a decision was bad, I would definitely count on you the most, because sometimes people will just tell you like a decision is bad. It's like you shouldn't do that. It's like it's obvious you shouldn't do that. It's like don't fucking belittle me while you're telling me this shit, right?
Yes,
like I
yes.
want to hear like concrete reasons. Like if I was just like, maybe I want to try heroin, you know, obviously the main response is gonna be like, "Oh, you fucking dumbass! Why would you do heroin? You want to ruin your life?" Meanwhile, you would come in and you would just be like, "That's dumb as fuck." You know, you're actually gonna wreck your life. You know, and if you do heroin, yeah, good luck fucking raising your heroin baby and your heroin girlfriend. You know, and just like, you know, really dig down deep into my character. It's like, do you
Heroin
think
in your fridge?
It's like, do you think young Kiev would appreciate you doing this right now? And
Exactly.
that's what I get from you. You know, you got a very honest personality. I don't
Well,
think you
you know,
tell me
I
any
don't like
lies.
liars. No one likes liars.
Nobody
Except
likes liars.
No, you know, not even liars. Liars don't even like liars. Name me a liar right now who likes a liar.
A liar right now that likes a liar? Nobody.
Themselves.
Exactly.
Is all I gotta say.
Fuck liars. They always cause shit.
Well, you know, if you
life.
like tell a little white lie, you know, and just like
Yeah, but
tell mom and dad like, do you smoke? I'm like, no.
Obviously, like, I'm gonna lie about that shit all day. You know, they don't gotta know that, right? But it's like when it comes to like the shitty shit, you know, like my exes. God, liars, each and every one of them. And I'm not just saying that as a bitter man. You know,
bitter, salty
I don't want to.
ex.
Yeah, I don't want to. I don't want to come off that way. I want to come off in a way where it's just like, yeah, man, these people hurt me and they suck and they lied to me and they're idiots.
Well,
right?
you're allowed to say that. You're allowed to say that, but it's also good to realize that, you know, they're not part of your life anymore because you're doing so well.
Exactly. Look at me, I'm making
hater.
no money.
I make no money, but stay a hater.
I live in a condo. I make no money. I make exactly 3 figures every year.
Spent all my money on weed and booze.
I recently bought 24 tall boy 6-packs, or like 24 tall boy cans of Pabst Blue Ribbon by accident because I was just a dumbass. Exactly, right?
No one does that.
How
no
can
one
you
does that.
Exactly. I just fucked up and I was too much of a fucking coward to correct myself because I already ringed it in and it was like, that'll be $42.70, and I'm like, oh, I meant to just order 2 6-packs, not 4 6-packs. So then I had to deal with that.
So you're just embarrassed.
Yeah, I was just embarrassed, but you know, sometimes you win some, you lose. Now I have a bunch of beer, and I'm down to my last 2 cans.
So who's really losing? Still you.
Yeah, I bought it a week ago. That's the worst part. But
for me, every day is a celebration.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't knock you for that.
What makes you have that mindset of like every day's a celebration? Is it like I'm alive type
Not
situation,
necessarily.
or is
like,
it just
I think
like
I hate those kinds of things. Like you know, like be glad you woke up today. First of all,
the Gary Vaynerchuk fucking wake up every day and acknowledge the fact you have a mother and a father and maybe a brother and a sister, you know? This wouldn't have happened in any case, but it's happening now, and it's just like, shut the fuck up.
But it is really good to remind yourself of accomplishments, because they're almost like little manifestations. Thoughts are very powerful. What you think is what can be. What you think is what can be. Yeah, I wouldn't say thinking is the same as doing, because you're just thinking it.
Yeah, but
I was thinking about choking a customer out and
and
not
now
asking me a stupid question for the 37th time.
And now I have 2 charges against me. It's the little things.
I wouldn't get the little things. It's the little things that matter.
But nah, I agree. Every day is a celebration in its own right? Like, cheesy as it is to say, but like, you know, just getting through a day is a celebration in and of itself and is worthy of cracking open a beer or fucking smoking a joint, right? Just getting through a particularly boring, uneventful day, you know, and you're just like, oh, well, maybe tomorrow's better. I don't know, but at least I got through it today.
Yeah.
That's
every day is different.
Yeah. Every day, no matter how like kind of stagnant everything feels, every day is like very much different. Like working 7-hour shifts at Starbucks can start feeling like, you know, dead end and
I would
like
not
depressing.
name drop my place of work.
I've done this many a time. But
Well, now you know what? I used to work for Starbucks.
exactly. So you know how it feels when like shit just feels so grande latte, grande iced
Yes.
coffee. Did you want oat milk with that? Do you want light ice? Light ice, please? And it's just like fucking. It just feels so boring. But like when I'm off work, I'm just like, well, at least there was this one customer that looked at me funny. And at least there was this one anti-masker that made everything a little bit more entertaining when they came in. Everyone loses their shit. And you're just like watching from the sidelines going like, yeah, kick
It's
him
like
out.
work is good
Kick him
today.
out. Work is, I didn't know I signed up to fucking HGTV over here. This is primetime entertainment.
No
But
ads.
no ads, just pure fucking throwing hands at the Longo Starbucks. Shouts out to the Applewood Village Longo Starbucks.
Oh my
give
God.
it, give them a visit,
What a
especially
community.
if you are an anti-masker listening to this podcast right now. Definitely visit the Applewood Village Longo Starbucks.
I just want to
love.
talk.
Oh my god.
But yeah,
But-
no, I think every day is like a frappuccino. Different, difficult to make, a pain in the ass to make, tasty. Tasty.
Sweet
Lots of sugar.
and tasty.
Sweet.
With whipped cream on top.
Every
You know-
damn day.
Sometimes like I make a frappuccino and like it's so hard to make and it's so like kind of disgusting to see it all come together and you see how like fucking shitty it all is, but like how it tastes really good, and then you hand it off to the 12-year-old child that just ordered it and they don't say thank you and you just want to punt the little fucker across the room.
They leave their straw paper on the counter like, jeez.
Oh my god. I literally want to like I want to rip people apart when they're just like, they throw a napkin on the thing and they're just like,
You have a mess.
and then they just leave. I'm just like, fuck. Like, fuck me, man. I didn't ask for this shit. It's if you're a 12-year-old child listening to this podcast, fucking say thank you at the very least. Literally, your mama taught you, your daddy taught you. Fucking
Or they
do
didn't
it.
because they don't say thank you. Obviously.
Yeah, maybe they hate you. Maybe they would hate you less, Tommy, if you fucking said thank you, you little bitch. Ugh. God. But one thing I did want to get into because today is a very special day. I know I talked about how I feel about turning 20, but how do you feel about aging a year older? What are you, like 22
Another
or
year.
something?
Another trip around the sun. Yes, I am turning 22. On a very special day. It is the full moon tonight. Or as of right now.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's a little spooky, I will say.
Yeah.
Because I was saying, if my life doesn't turn around right now, then what am I doing? But I think I had such a good few weeks. I want to say few weeks. I would just say like maybe the past couple days. I'm exaggerating.
Hey, sometimes you just got to be honest.
But yeah, turning 22 is bittersweet because people tell you you are very, very young. And I understand that. But at the same time, 22 is a big age for me at least.
No,
Even though
it
people
is in
tell me
general.
I'm young, like I think 22 is a big old age because I still feel like, I wish I was 11, like I wish I was 9, like I wish I could feel all these feelings, everything that I missed during childhood, to that chance to be present. I want to enjoy. Suddenly I want to enjoy now. Suddenly I want to be more of a child now. But I am being clouded by the fact that I'm getting older. So should I maybe dress a little differently? Should I talk less informally?
Mm.
But at the same time, I could come home today with my Baby Yoda balloon given to me by my dearest coworkers, my sweet, sweet coworkers. Coming home on the subway with that Baby Yoda balloon and beautiful flowers and a cake. And then it just brings you back to the present and you're like, who gives a fuck about turning 22? Like, it's my birthday. Like, aren't all of you glad that I am here for another year? I chose to stay for another year. You're welcome, everybody.
I gifted you guys my existence this year. So you better be fucking happy. Like,
No, that's so sweet, right? Because I think a lot of people, they want that feeling. They want that feeling to, like, to come back. This feeling of, like, almost childlike endearment and naivety. Naivety? I think that's the
Yes.
word. But it's just like, you want to feel like that again because you remember as a kid it being one of the best feelings in the world, right? Like, I get that feeling whenever, like, I buy something, like, for myself, that, because for the most part I'm a very particular buyer. Like, I do all of this research before I buy anything that can be as small as these fucking, like, headphones or something as
Yes.
big as, like, a phone, right? I'm a very particular buyer. But some days when I'm just like, it's late at night and I'm at a Raba with Claire and I see a chocolate bar that I haven't had in so long, I'm just like, maybe I should get that. And I pick
Yeah.
up the coffee crisp and I eat it and I'm like super fucking
Yo,
happy
you like
that I
coffee
did it.
crisp?
Shut
Hold
up.
on.
It's like pause.
But you know what? I fuck with the glossettes.
I love, oh my god, bro,
See?
those things only became my favorite movie theater snack after like I actually bought them at a movie theater, like a
Nice,
small movie
nice.
theater, and I was just like, I put that shit in the fucking popcorn,
Yes.
shook it around a bit, and I'm like, oh my god.
Chef's
like, you know.
kiss.
It's so
Ratatouille.
bon appetit.
like, yeah, I think it's a lot of fun when you get to treat yourself with something as small as that, right? Something that, you know, is like, I don't even care if I don't have money right now. Like, I have $5 in my bank account.
I don't
Three
care
of
if I
those
use
dollars
all
is
that
going
five don't. Finish what you were saying. I know exactly what you were gonna say.
It's like three of those dollars are going straight towards this goddamn coffee crisp, these glossettes, this fucking Baby Yoda
Okay, you can only get
balloon.
one or the other, to be honest with you. Candy prices have gone up.
They have, oh my god, fuck. It's like Arizona prices. That will always upset me. Going to
Yeah.
a store and it says $1.29, and I'm like, this shit used to be fucking 99 cents, assholes.
Literally.
What happened? You want to fucking gentrify Arizona iced tea? Fuck. It's like, that's fucking nuts. It was such
Tumblr
a
did that
good
first.
drink. Fucking, if there's any site that does gentrification more than anything else for literal fucking just physical objects, it's Tumblr. It's for the god they gentrified cigarettes too. Like, it was fucking,
They gentrified existing. It's like,
Like-
if you were not white, like, die.
if you're not white or Alex Turner, go fuck yourself. It's just like, come on, man. I want to be a Filipino that smokes cigarettes.
No, you were only Swagapino. You are not Filipino, you're Swagapino.
I'm so swaggy. I'm surprised our good old brother Kuya Dresden became a swagapino for a good bit, and I don't think he wants to acknowledge it ever. Dude, motherfucker
okay.
used to wear snapbacks.
I had a mustache phase too. I will expose myself.
I had
to
an
that.
I had an epic bacon narwhal moment, you know.
Yeah, I remember that. You were weird. You liked what was that YouTube channel that loved making all that outrageous food? That like
Fuck. Epic
10
meal
foot-
time.
10-foot hot dog. You know?
Hot dog. Like fast food lasagna. Yeah, epic meal time.
30,000 burgers.
It's like, is that a meal
Did
anymore?
you feed the homeless? Did that feed the homeless?
Nah, man, it's just for all these fat motherfuckers that just want a fucking bacon burger, lasagna, fucking pasta, spaghetti, noodle, pizza. And it's just like, why are you doing this to yourself? And it's not like they even smoke weed or drink or anything. They just make this shit sober.
You don't
That's
know
kinda-
that.
Yeah, I don't know that, but like
You don't know that.
they seem just like normal fucking beings sometimes. And it's just like,
I'm
why
sure
would
they
you do
are,
this to
but
yourself?
maybe you know their passion is cooking.
Maybe
Their
they barely
passion is
cook.
cooking and
All their shit's
extravaganza.
fucking fast food. It's just fast food stacked on top of fast food. It's like not even. Is that even cooking anymore? It's like stacking 2 Big Macs on top of each other. It's like, wow, so cool.
Have you not done that before?
Okay, fine. I have a McGangbang, my secret
God.
menu item.
Disgusting.
That's like my go-to still, like ordering food. It's always just like, can I get a junior chicken and a McDouble, and I fucking make that greasy ass mayo-filled sandwich, and it's just like hits the spot. Long tangent about epic mealtime, but
Sorry, it was deep in the recesses of my mind.
no.
Today
it's
feels
okay.
every birthday is just very nostalgic.
Yeah. Do you remember celebrating birthdays in the Philippines?
I do. The cakes, the parties,
In the little kindergarten preparatory classes. Those
yes,
are awesome.
Yes. Those were cute. Those were very cute.
Yeah.
I wish they happened more now. I would love some gifts.
I would love a goodie bag, right? I would love if goodie bags were a thing again, where it just has
Yeah.
like some shitty action figure in there.
When
A
I
little
have the money
soldier.
to start throwing parties, like I will have goodie bags.
Bro, I'm having goodie bags at my goddamn wedding, like easily. Like I'm.
What would you put?
I
What would
already
you put in your goodie bags?
Oh, like easily, like at least like a little teenth of fucking weed, like a little 1 ounce of little baggie.
Yeah.
Complimentary lighters, you know,
Yes.
with like me and Claire's face printed on them, and it says like newlyweds. Fucking my recipe for popcorn chicken.
Okay.
Okay. That'd be great. And like a really shitty toy, like one of those light up rings from like Halloween dance-a-thons. I would put that shit in the
Alright.
goodie bag.
Okay.
For all ages, right? I give the 12-year-old a little teenth of weed and a light up ring, and they'll have a good time.
Okay.
But damn, I do miss the Philippines in that sense. Celebrations went hard in the Philippines. Like
Yes,
you had
they
a
did.
funeral? Oh my god. Best party of your life. Oh, someone close to you died? Someone close to your family died? Well, how about you have the coffin set up and you have 3 little boys dance the Soldier Boy right next to the coffin
Please.
and then
Please.
celebrate their life. It's like literally one of the only memories I have like in my head.
Have the wake for 7 days.
Oh my god, it was so
Have the wake
long.
for 7 days and have a meal like every single night. Have a buffet.
Every single, oh my fucking god. It's like the world's longest, like, it was like fucking Coachella. Like someone died. I miss you, Inang, our good great grandmother. She was
Yes.
awesome. A great party though.
Boss. Big boss.
They bring out like a fucking celebrity there. It's like it was really awesome when Will Smith dropped by.
I would love Pitbull at mine. If I'm being honest.
It's just like you're dead, and I'm crying with the family, just going like, "Oh God, she was gone too soon." And then suddenly it's like, "Mr. Worldwide." Celebrating the life of Sydney Salvatierra. Let's go.
As my coffin goes down.
Uno, dos, tres, cuatro. Roomba, say I'm on the Roomba.
Literally. That's
be
exactly
awesome.
how I would want it.
I would genuinely make sure that if I outlive you, I'll make sure Mr. Worldwide pays a little visit. You know, you can't be Mr. Worldwide without visiting, you know, the world, right? The whole wide world. So
Exactly.
you might as well make this dead
Gotta
girl
visit
happy.
your worldwide fans.
Yeah, even the ones that you did, the littlest Filipino girls that are fans of you, Mr. Worldwide. It's like you gotta pay attention to them, celebrate
Yes.
their life.
Yes. Like how can I celebrate my life without you, Mr. Pitbull?
You've done so much for me. The Men in Black 3 soundtrack is one of my favorite soundtracks in the world. This is how I know it's like, yeah, in the AM, 1 in the AM, PM. It's like just fucking hysteria over Mr. Worldwide.
I don't know why, but whenever somebody says celebrity, he always comes to mind. Like I can't think of anybody else.
What? Like genuinely.
Celebrity. Pitbull.
It's like, oh yeah, so many celebrities got nominated for Oscars this weekend. It's like, oh, like Pitbull?
Oscars.
Oh, yeah, they're holding a concert at the Rogers Center. Oh yeah, Pitbull, right? That's so fucking funny. It's just the fact that you can't think of anyone else but Mr. Worldwide. I mean,
I think life is too hectic. Is too hectic to keep up with celebrity news.
bro, I'm shamedly I keep up with a lot of celebrity news, even like internet celebrity news. Like I said, I love seeing conservatives getting dunked on, and when I see my favorite internet celebrities doing that shit, oh, it's great. Like just recently, do you know Steven Crowder?
Maybe?
He's this guy. You've definitely seen a picture of him before. It's like this white dude sitting at a table with a sign in front of it that says like some controversial opinion, and it says "Change my mind."
Oh,
like,
that's him?
it. Yeah, that's him. So this motherfucker, terrible fucking dude. I hate to give him the light of day, but he's a fucking stupid dude. He's homophobic, transphobic, blatantly racist. You know, checks off all the boxes for being a fucking like horrible person. And he goes to college campuses mainly, and he sets up his little table and he says, abortion is murder. Change my mind. Right? And these college students try to make their best case saying like, oh, hey, like, you know, it's a person's choice if they want to have an abortion. And he'll bring up some fucking random statistic saying like, well, did you know the psychology of women in a study recently found the psychological needs of a woman have been broken after an abortion, and they feel more depressed, and they feel like they want to kill themselves after. Do we really want to craft a society like that? And then, like, even when they try to retort that, he'll just go back to that same point. So he's a horrible fucking debater because he only just chooses random college kids. And he doesn't actually want to change his mind. He just wants to trigger a bunch of college kids and make them angry and riled up, you know, get that whole conservative view of it all. But
Like that
just
gun girl.
yeah, like Caitlyn Bennett. He is essentially the male version of Caitlyn Bennett. Like just purposely trying to fuck with people to try and get like, you know, some conservative fucking ideal out. But recently he had a little bit of a tumble that I find genuinely entertaining. There's this one dude, like, he debates a lot, right? But there's this one dude that he absolutely like avoids debating. And this dude's name is Sam Cedar, and he hosts like a YouTube channel called The Majority Report, where it's like it's a left-leaning, regular channel, dunk on Trump, dunk on stupid conservatives, dunk on gun girl. It's fun, honestly. He's a very good, intelligent debater.
Wow.
And
You love white liberals.
Exactly.
You're a slut for white liberals.
What can I say, man? They just get me going. But fucking not really. But Steven Crowder, he like avoids talking to this guy. He like constantly talks about this dude, right? But he will never like catch himself debating with this dude, because secretly in his head he knows he'll be absolutely fucking destroyed by this fucking guy if he's even in the same room as him. And his fucking dad, specifically Steven Crowder's dad, he like controls everything pretty much in his life, and he does not want him to be in a room with fucking Sam Cedar, because he knows that will literally ruin his fucking image and show how much of a stupid fucking boy he is.
Oh my gosh.
Sexist,
Momager
misogynistic
is so
boy.
smart.
Like fucking it's so satisfying to see a man have a breakdown over his own masculinity and pull out like literal kindergarten grade insults. Cause like Ethan Klein from like H3H3 pranked him essentially and brought him onto the same Zoom call, and dude immediately started freaking the fuck out. Just going like, "Oh, Sam is here, everyone. It's gonna be a fucking nightmare, isn't it?" And Sam's genuinely just trying to be like, "Steven, calm down. Let's talk about some issues, let's talk about like the way that you think." And then he's like, "Oh, I've never met such a woman before. Why don't you take off your glasses, huh? Show off your little," and he says like a anti-Semitic joke, and like, just all these sexist, horrible, homophobic fucking things. And he just comes off as a big fucking baby, like a big fucking crybaby, because he's so insecure of himself that he just needs to put everyone else down. And then he left the call. Like he literally said, "All right, I'm done, bye," and then he left the fucking call. So that's the type of news I keep up with, and fills me with absolute joy when I see
I'm
it.
glad that he knows how to walk out of a conversation that makes him uncomfortable, even if there was never a conversation to be had.
Right. Like, he's just fucking... He's a hypocrite, for one. He'll constantly call people, like, pussies and cowards for backing out of debates, especially, the left, right? He thinks the left are, like, they have no spine, right? And he's like the big manly man that's supposed to fucking do it, which is so fucking damaging to a lot of young men out there.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I almost turned into one of these types of like anti-SJW fucking right-leaning freaks when I was on the internet as an early age.
Oh my god.
Yeah, like it's fucked. It genuinely is fucked, but I shaped the fuck up and found out that like not everything is so fucking like I shouldn't hate women for wanting to voice out an opinion, because that's definitely what it would have gone into. And I'm really happy that I had people like you in my life to show me whole like different sides of every single argument, and offer like a counter to it all, because I think young people need a guide like that, whether it be an older sibling or an older friend, right? So
Well, it's good to keep a level head, It's it's good to remind yourself that the world does not revolve around you. It's good to be considerate of other people first and foremost before yourself. You know how like you can put yourself first. But if you have the time and the energy and the capacity to help somebody else other than yourself, then I think life is worth celebrating that way. Life is you can celebrate life that way as well.
Yeah, because like you really have to consider like what people feel and what people believe in, right? In every single like argument, in every single side, right? Even if it's people that you know for a fact you will absolutely never agree with in your entire life, you also just have to consider, you know, like the way that these people feel. And if you can acknowledge that and formulate your own opinion, then that's fucking great. Like, I genuinely don't really feel bad that Steven Crowder is being viewed as this like hypocritical fucking
Yes.
coward, right?
Yeah.
I don't feel bad because I already know where he comes from. I know that he comes from a very like Christian conservative household. I know that he was a theater kid that got made fun of like when he was a kid because he tried to do comedy and he wasn't necessarily funny, and now he is a grifter for the conservative side. Like I already acknowledge how he feels about things. So I don't feel bad when I say like fuck that guy. Right?
Yeah.
But it's always important to consider that side, you know, consider where a person comes from. Doesn't mean you have to really understand it, but you need to like just consider the fact that why are they the way that they are in order to really, you know, even do some more work for yourself. You got to put the other in front of you before you do that. It's like debate
Well,
101.
I wouldn't put him in front of me.
No, like, but that's the thing, right? That's only because you hear about how he is as a person. It's like you just kind of have to put him in front of you in a way where it's like you're not putting yourself down, you're not putting your own opinion down. You're just considering like, now where are you coming from? And I think that's very important, especially when it comes to debating people that you think are dumb and stupid.
Well, sometimes I just don't like to debate them at all. I think leaving a conversation that makes you uncomfortable or obviously triggers you is a conversation that you don't need to have
Yeah.
in your own right.
I've just become a very confrontational person. Like I've grown
that's
more
good.
out of my skin. So that's why I'm always just like, I always feel like I need to go at it. Like
Well, you don't
go
have
at
to go at
situations
it.
like that.
You can
Yeah.
be confrontational, but you don't have to be reactive.
No. I get that. But fucking sometimes it's so hard. It's so hard to
It
not
is.
be reactive when people are
sometimes
stupid.
you just want to like jump over the counter at work and uppercut somebody, but
Literally. Like me at some of the fucking coworkers that I have that just
oh no.
it's like no, straight up, like one of my
Don't spill the
coworkers,
tea. Don't spill the tea. What if they listen to you?
they don't genuinely. There's only one dude that listens to him and he's fine. I love him. Shouts out to Carlo. I love you. But like fucking like one of these coworkers, it was like a few months ago, and it was like around the time of the George Floyd like shooting, right?
Yeah.
And it was like really taking off, and there were more cases of like police brutality against black people and it being filmed, right? And the police officers getting like charged, you know. It's all news talk when they say like, oh, they've been charged, you know. It's not like they actually got fucking convicted of their shit. It's just a way to block out everything else. Anyways, so this guy, he's like watching the news and I'm just making his coffee, and then he's just like, can I get your opinion on something? And I'm like, yeah, sure. And it's just like, do you believe in innocent until proven guilty? And I'm just like, I guess it just depends on the case. And he just starts going off about like the whole George Floyd situation and how it's like, you know, like just because someone took a video of it doesn't mean like it shows the actual police officer's intent, and like what they were trying to do, and how he kind
They
of
were really
believes
trying
that.
to sympathize with him. It's just like, you don't know what he was feeling.
Yeah, it's like he felt in danger. This man was off drugs and he could have killed him or harmed him. That's why he had to fucking kneel down on his neck. Like, and it's just like he was just spitting that shit. And I was just like trying so hard to like not react to it. So I kind of just was like,
coffee.
it's like, hey man, that's the news for you. And I gave him his coffee and he left. And I was just like, I swear to God, I almost like threw that coffee at him. Because I was just like, fuck you, man. Like, literally, fuck you.
Yeah, it's little things like that. It's not even little. It's huge. Because it's something that they take with them for the rest of their life until they decide one day that they don't want to think about that, or they don't want to deal with that anymore, or they refuse to change, like I said. But that we don't have to talk about heavy topics like that.
We don't have
to talk about shitty people, because
we should focus on the positivity of who we are, you know.
Every day you live, and every day you could die. So I'm just saying it's not gonna be me, because I don't act like that.
But yeah, no, I agree. It's just fucking. You just gotta focus on yourself. Like, out of any time to really focus on yourself, now should be the time. Everyone's like so fucking isolated, still coming off that fucking quarantine state that they've been in. Like, I'm still trying to get over it. I still haven't like seen many of my friends for a while, like in person. So it feels fucking weird, right? But
yeah,
you know, I'm giving time for myself to try and, you know, make myself feel good before I have to actually interact with anyone. Because that would suck if I just lost, like, I was just socially inept. Because I was just so fucking, like, in my own head going, like, oh, do they still like me? Do they even care about what I think? And fucking, you know, all that shit.
You shouldn't have to worry about that, because you know what? Friends do come and go. And it's really nice to know that there are people that you are friends with that will literally ride or die for you.
Exactly.
I've had people flat out ghost me as friends and not talk to me as I talk to them in person. I've had people tell me that they didn't want to be friends with me anymore. Just right there during recess. Just to share a little bit of childhood pains here and there. But a lot of that has taught me that it's good to be brutally honest. And that's why I'm brutally honest today, because you know what? The nice thing about it is that some of these people were brave enough to be honest with me and tell me that.
Yeah. And like, as like a person on the other side of like telling a person that you don't necessarily want to be friends with them anymore, like I've had to be in that position of telling someone like long time best friends, like people that have been with me throughout like the entirety of high school and elementary school. Like I've had to tell them, it's like, I don't think you're good for me, like anymore. And you know, it hurts to be honest like that, but it's good in the end, because you know, I am the way that I am now. I really couldn't have asked for it to be any different, right? Like, I can wish, right? But those are just wishes. Like, I am the person that I am now, and it's a result of that. So I just kind of have to live with it. And I'm doing good now, and that's what should matter the most.
I think you're doing good. I think you're doing great.
Oh.
I would say you're
doing great too.
Slightly better than me, aside from the Starbucks job.
Oh God, no. I am. How I start viewing things now is I view everything in a more neutral sense, where it's like, no one is doing better than me. No one is necessarily doing worse than me.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's kind of just doing the same thing in their own way, right?
Yeah.
Like, even if I've gone through so much shit in my entire life, I still have to maintain that neutrality and just be like, you know, I can't constantly wish for things to be better. I just have to fucking view it as it is. Like, I'm living my life, the other people are living their life as well, and we're just going in a straight fucking line, you know?
I think the
Sometimes
funniest
it goes up,
question
sometimes it goes down.
we get asked often is, especially in school, like, what do you see yourself doing in 5 years? Well, let me tell you, I got out at high school at 17. It's been how many years? 3?
Yeah,
Ask me how I'm doing.
It's literally like, I had to really get out of viewing the whole lens of everything through the future. I had to get out of that because it wasn't doing me any good. Like, at this point in my life, back then, I wanted to make a movie, or I wanted to, like, film more videos and do all that shit. And I'm currently not, right? And I don't know, I can't really blame myself for that. I used to blame myself, going like, you should be doing fucking something with your life right now, Kiev. But it's just like, I can't fucking I can't really change it. Exactly. Why should I? Because it's only gonna hurt me if I think of what I should be doing more of, rather than what I should be doing right now. It's unhealthy, to say the least. But, we're all the same. My sister, we are all the same. We're both doing okay, and that's what matters.
Yes,
Our
but
own
one of us
levels
is
of
uglier.
okay. I think we both know which one is uglier in this situation.
I'm sorry.
What do you think he's gonna listen to this, and he's just gonna be like,
Oops.
nah, I don't even think they listen to a single episode, but it's whatever.
Well, who knows? Maybe you'll have them on soon.
Yeah. When I told them I was doing an episode with you, they were just like, where's my fucking episode? I'm like, last I recall, y'all didn't want to be on. There'll always be more. Season 2. There's 2 more episodes, and it's season 2 finale.
I think
And then
we can do better than this, just because it's my first time being on a podcast. It's my first time being a guest on a show. And a very
the guest is your brother.
Popular show. 20
streams in the past 10 months. It's great.
Successful production. But yes.
It's more than I could ever ask for. Honestly, if one person was listening to this, that's pretty fucking nice. To me, at the very least.
I loved being on it.
Yeah.
I can't wait to be on it more.
You definitely will.
I have so many things I don't want to tell you.
It's why. I'm your brother.
Oh.
Nah. There's definitely shit I'm not telling you right now. Fuck. Maybe I'll tell you after the podcast, but whatever.
That'll come in 5 years. As they say.
Well,
I need another drink.
I need another joint. That's what I need. And then I'm going to go to bed.
Right. I keep a good schedule.
Yeah. I like late nights like
older.
this, though. Whenever I get to talk to people in the late night, it's always fun. And especially because it's you, and I haven't talked to you in, like, weeks. Or that's an
awkward.
overstatement.
Texting you is just enough for me.
No, it's good. It's good hearing your voice, especially after not seeing you in so long.
Aww.
Yeah, I'm sure I'm gonna get a lot of DMs from a bunch of people going like, "Oh my god, your sister is so pretty. She's so sexy. I want to make out with your sister."
Wait, who says that?
Okay, genuinely, pretty much all my friends.
Aw.
Yeah.
I would kiss all your friends.
But anyways, I guess this is a good way to cap it off. My lovely sister. I couldn't have asked for a better person to talk to late into the night.
This is an awesome present.
Yeah.
To begin my day with.
Yeah, and you're getting another present. Weed in a few days. Offered by yours truly. But I'm happy I'm able to provide that for you, and you're able to provide me a little bit of happiness for the week. You know, getting to talk to family is always such a treat for me.
My existence for drugs. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. You're so welcome. But any last words you want to tell the lovely people of Cool Kids, the Cool Kids audience?
I guess I could say, enjoy yourself, first and foremost, and always. That's it.
So cute. All right. Hope you guys have.